I'm Congressman Al Green. I want to thank all of the members of the press for appearing on short notice. We are here today to express our concern and indeed our outrage for what we have seen on a United flight. We are here to let the world know that what we have seen is unacceptable. It is an abomination. It is despicable. It is deplorable. And we will not tolerate it in this, the greatest country in the world. We believe that if this can happen to any one of us without liability, it can happen to every one of us with impunity. We believe that what occurred was an injustice that could have been prevented. And we also understand that the injustice did not originate on that flight. The injustice originated in a boardroom when a policy was produced that allowed this type of forcible eviction to take place. We believe that we should focus on those in the boardroom who have perpetrated this type of policy upon people. We believe that the President, the CEO, having indicated that he is supportive of what took place on that plane by indicating that the employees were doing something that was correct, we believe that he is incorrect. We believe that he has made a mistake. We believe that this could have been averted if but only the policy had been one that would have called for more diplomacy. The people who approached the passengers could have averted this, but apparently the people in the boardrooms don't have a difference in opinion about what happened on the plane. Here's what could have happened. There could have been a request for additional people to leave the plane, and additional dollars could have been offered. I understand that dollars were offered. I understand that they didn't get to the limit that currently they adhere to. But let's assume that they had reached that limit. If they had reached the limit of $1,300, if they had, they still should have offered more. In the United States of America, if you buy a ticket and you get on a plane, the airline can't take that seat. The airline has to negotiate that seat back. They can't take it back. We cannot allow what we saw to happen again. They must learn to negotiate as opposed to believe they can simply take. Taking under these circumstances forcibly is not acceptable. And I believe that there is a dollar amount that would have caused someone to accept the opportunity to fly at a later time. They were unwilling to take that extra measure of diplomacy which could have averted this tragedy. I also believe that we have to let the President and CEO, the President and CEO of this airline know that he is wrong, that he has made a mistake, that he has a duty and an obligation to tell the public that this is wrong. If he does not indicate that this is going to be corrected, then the board needs to take corrective action with reference to the person who made that statement. The President, the CEO, anyone who condones what happened, who is in management, corrective action has to be taken with reference to them. What does this mean? It means that they should get a pay cut or they should be forcibly removed from their positions with the airline. Excuse me just a moment. Channel 2, would you come over?
There you go. Whoa.
As I was saying, anyone who is in a policy-making position who believes that this was correct will have to be corrected. They should either get a pay cut or they should be removed from a policy-making position. Not with force, not the way the man was removed from the plane, but they should be removed from a policy position, because if this is what they believe to be good policy, then they are not good workers. They are not good employers. They're not good policymakers, and they have to be dealt with. Finally, this. The inhumanity of what happened has to be focused upon. This was something that a person with some degree of decency should have perceived to be an act of inhumanity. To grab a person and drag the person off of a plane is inhumane. This should not occur under these circumstances. It should not occur. It should not have occurred, and it shouldn't happen again. It has been called to my attention that the gentleman who was removed, it is said to be a doctor, that he was selected randomly. We want to know what the process was. How did this random process work? We want to know, what does it mean to be selected randomly? We don't accept a simple indication that this was randomly done without some additional information and empirical evidence of how the process worked. We don't make any allegations at this time, but we do contend that it is important for things to not only be right, but also look right. And it doesn't look right when you have a person extricated and removed under these circumstances, and you say that it was randomly done without giving us additional proof of what the random process was. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank all of the persons who are standing here with me. They are all leaders in the community. This is a very diverse community that I represent. In the 9th Congressional District, the ballot is printed in English, Spanish, Vietnamese, and Chinese. We have a large Asian constituency, and the Asian constituents that I represent are upset. They have a right to be upset. I am as upset as they are, but we are upset such that we want to do something constructive. We are angry, but it is constructive anger. And that is why we're here today, to let United know that what they've done is unacceptable, and we expect reasonable redress for the wrong that has been perpetrated upon this passenger. With this said, I'm going to give a few persons to make comments, and then we will move to your questions.